Hello and welcome back. Today's class is a 20-minute strength and mobility flow for your lower body. So when you're ready, let's get started. We'll begin today standing tall at the top of your mat. Hands come together at heart center as you take a deep breath in and a long exhale out. Let's get right into a variation of our sun salutations. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up above your head, reaching tall. Exhale, dive down into your forward fold. Crown of your head is heavy towards the mat. As you inhale, lift up halfway, flat back, maybe hands to shins or fingertips to the mat, depending on how your hamstrings are feeling. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back and lower your right knee. Inhale to reach your arms up, lifting your gaze for your low lunge. Exhale, release your hands down. Step back to plank. Inhale here, holding strong, maybe drop the knees, and exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. And exhale, press your hips high, Downward Facing Dog. As you inhale, step your right foot forward, left knee down. Find that low lunge, reaching your arms up, deep breath in. And exhale, release your hands to the mat. Step back again to your high plank, shoulders over your palms. Inhale, exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. And inhale, open to your back bend. Exhale, press back, find your downward facing dog, and we'll take one deep breath in here. And exhale, release a little more tension through the back body. Inhale to walk, step or hop up to the top of the mat, find that halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release down into your forward fold, relax your neck. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, arms reach overhead. And exhale, hands draw down to heart center, beautiful. Let's go again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale to lift up halfway, crown reaches forward, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, hands plant, this time step your left foot back, bring that knee down, and inhale, reach your arms up, maybe shifting your hips forward and down a little here. Exhale, hands plant, step back to your high plank, holding strong for one inhale. Press the mat away with your hands. Exhale, lower down, elbows hugging in towards your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, left foot steps forward, release your right knee down, low lunge, reaching high with those fingertips, open through your heart space. As you exhale, bring your hands down, step back again to your high plank, tailbone lengthens down towards your heels. Exhale to lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, find your back bend. And exhale, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. One full breath here. Think of lengthening through your spine. If it feels better to bend the knees, keep the heels lifted, that's fine. Chest towards your thighs. And then inhale, make your way up to the top of the mat. Lifting halfway, length through your spine. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Weight is in the balls of your feet. Inhale to reach all the way up, arms lift overhead, maybe looking towards your thumbs. And exhale, release your hands down to heart center. Find your center here in Tadasana. Then begin to lift up your right foot behind you, reaching back with your right hand to take hold. Draw your knees towards each other. Then reach your left arm up towards the sky and lean your upper body forward as you press your right foot into your right hand. Then use your glutes to press that foot even higher. Focus your gaze. Then focus on your breath. Don't worry about wobbles. Drawing up strong through that standing leg, and begin to gently release the foot. Softly step it down to the back of your mat and come into your warrior two. Adjust your feet if you need to. Bend deeply into your front knee and gaze down the back of your front hand. Think about opening your chest and your hips towards the long edge of the mat. Feeling that stretch through your chest. Then on an inhale, release your back hand down to the back of the thigh. Front hand reaches up and back, reverse warrior. Then exhale, come forward to your extended side angle. Front forearm comes down to the top of your front thigh. Your opposite hand reaches up overhead. If you want to go deeper here, you might bring your bottom hand all the way down to the mat. Shoulder comes to the inside of your knee. Maybe you gaze up here, or for a little extra stability, you can keep your gaze down. Ground down through the outside edge of your back foot and find your breath here, feeling that side stretch. And release your hand down, frame your front foot with your hands and release your back knee down to the mat as you reach your arms up overhead, coming into your low lunge. As you exhale, send your hips back, flex your front foot, folding over that leg, and inhale to roll back through to your low lunge, lifting your arms. Continue to move with your breath here. It's a little bit more challenging to lift the arms up and down and go hands-free here. It really does work your hips and your core. But if you prefer, you can keep your hands down on the mat. Really let your breath guide you here. Notice what you're feeling through each part of your legs as you go through those movements. Then the next time you find yourself in your low lunge, pause here. You can release your hands down to that top thigh if that feels good for you, or keep your arms lifted. As you engage through your back glutes, squeezing here, and then release your hips down with control. Maybe you lift your gaze, opening your chest, broadening through your collarbones, maybe taking a little baby back bend here. Then as you exhale, challenge to keep the arms lifted as you send your hips back, flex your front foot, come into that half split. Think about pulling your left hip back, drawing your right hip forward, and lengthen through your spine. So rather than think about folding down towards that leg, I invite you to think about lifting your tailbone up towards the sky to feel that stretch through the back of your front leg. On your next inhale, come back through to your low lunge. Plant your hands, and we transition into three-legged dog. Back toes tuck under, lift your hips, extend your left leg up and back, reaching away with the toes. Then bend your knees, stack your left hip on top of your right, feeling a stretch through the front of your hip here. Use your glutes to press that knee high. Then square off the hips as you exhale, draw your left knee in towards your chest, step the foot down, and lift your right leg up, coming into a grounded version of our warrior three. Fingertips stay on the mat. Stay long through your spine here, crown of your head reaching forward. As you exhale, bring your right foot down to meet your left. Inhale to lift halfway, shoulders roll away from your ears. Exhale, release into your forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, rising tall. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath here. finding your center before we move over to the other side. This time left foot comes up behind you, reaching your left hand back to take hold of that foot, and think about drawing your knees towards each other, slightly lengthening your tailbone down towards the mat. Right arm reaches up to the sky, and press your left foot into your left hand as you lean your upper body forward, finding this variation of your dancer pose, Natarajasana. Use the left glutes to press that leg a little higher. You might get some wobbles here like I did. Breathe through it. If you fall out, just come right back in. Gently release the foot. Softly step it down to the back of your mat as you find your warrior two. Release your shoulders down away from your ears. Make sure that they're stacked right over your hips. Maybe bending a little deeper into that front knee. If you find that that knee is coming forward of your ankle, you can scoot that foot forward towards the top of your mat. As you inhale, come into your reverse warrior. You can release the hand down to the thigh or bring it behind your back. You reach your front arm up and over, then reach forward into your extended side angle, forearm to top of thigh. Opening your chest up, so think about bringing that top shoulder up and back. Maybe taking your bottom hand down to the floor here, shoulder to the inside of the knee. But if you find that your chest starts to move down towards the ground, it's going to be more comfortable for you to keep your forearm on your thigh. Maybe gazing up here, finding a little more length through that left side. And then bring your hand down, frame your front foot with your hands, lower your back knee. And find your low lunge here, inhaling to reach high, release your hips down. Exhale, half split, hips move back, front foot flexes, holding down. Inhale, come forward to your low lunge. Exhale back. See if you can lengthen your breath a little bit, extending that movement. Put your awareness in what you're feeling. And if you are coming up against some tension here, let your breath help you to release it. On your next inhale, hold in your low lunge. Maybe you release your hands down to that front thigh here, or reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Open through your heart space. Think of lifting your spine up and out of your hips as you lengthen here. Broaden through your collarbones. And breathe. Exhale, hips go back, half split. Plant your hands down, extend your front leg, make sure to flex that foot. And think about lifting your chest towards your toes as you draw your left hip slightly forward, right hip back. And to feel a deeper stretch, rather than bringing your head down towards your knee, think about lifting your tailbone up towards the sky. So we're deepening that stretch, but while keeping that long spine. As you take your next inhale, find your low lunge, keeping your hands planted. Tuck your back toes under, lift that knee, and step your right foot all the way back to three-legged dog. Bend the knee and stack your left hip over your right. Pressing those toes over to the side, using your glutes to lift that knee a little higher. Push the mat away with your hands, finding length through your spine. And square your hips off as you exhale, draw that knee in towards your chest, stepping it forward. Back leg lifts up for this variation of Warrior 3, fingertips on the mat. Feeling that length through the back of your standing leg. Gazing forward. Find your balance here, use your breath, and step your left foot down to meet your right. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. This time we pause here, maybe hands come to opposite elbows or you can take them behind your calves. If you want to go a little deeper, you can bring your 2 first fingers around your big toes. Inhale to find that halfway lift, extending your elbows, and exhale, pull on those toes to draw your chest towards your legs. Wherever you are, keep lengthening through your spine. Not about how far we go, it's about keeping that alignment and feeling the stretch and the release that you want to feel through the back of your legs. Then release your hands. Inhale to lift halfway and exhale, this time step back to your downward facing dog. Maybe take a little movement here if that feels good. Bend your knees enough to cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, finding this version of our figure 4. Think of opening your right knee to the side. The deeper you bend into your left knee, the more you'll feel that stretch through your right glutes. Come back to center, downward facing dog, and we'll take it to the other side. Lift your heels, bend your knees. This time left ankle crosses over the top of your right thigh. Bend your hips back, press the mat away with your hands, and bend as deeply as you want to into your right knee. Return to center. Take a breath here in your downward facing dog. Releasing any tension here. And gently bring your knees down to the mat. Take them as wide as it feels comfortable for you and sit your hips back to your child's pose. Fingertips reach forward. Allow your forehead to rest onto the mat. And feel that expansion of your breath through your back body as you breathe deeply here. Coming to the end of your practice and allowing yourself this time to rest and relax. Begin to walk your hands back in, coming up to your kneeling position. Bring your knees together, sitting onto your heels. And bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra at your heart center, taking a few deep breaths here. We'll finish with one deep breath together. So as you inhale, sweep your arms up above your head, reach your fingertips high. And as you exhale, draw your hands down to heart center, giving thanks for your practice. Thank you for sharing your beautiful practice with me today. Namaste. If you enjoyed today's practice, don't forget to like and subscribe for a new video every week, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.